Hey guys, we are doing something kind of different, and a lot of you may already know how to do it. We have this laundry soap, and if you can say that name, then you're better than I am. But it is laundry bar and stain remover, and we're making half the recipe that we normally make because I only got one 5.5 ounce bar. Usually you would use 2 bars of this. And you will also need 20 ml borax and a bucket and a cheese grater. And I don't know if you can really see that in there, but
it looks like cheese.
It looks like cheese. I take the laundry soap, the bar of soap, and a cheese grater. And I use on most cheese graters this would be the large side, but this one has this. Can you see how big that is? I mean, it's like huge. I mean, see my finger? I don't really know what that side would be for, but on most graters it would be the large side. And you grate up the whole bar of soap. And I've already done that. But, I mean, it doesn't take but just a minute, but your arm really does get tired. And you put that in the bottom. And normally you would put 3 gallons. Normally you would put 3 gallons of hot water, but since I'm making a half recipe, then I'm only using 1.5 gallons. So if you use 2 bars, or they did make a large bar that they just didn't have, then you can use 3 gallons. But if you want to only come out with 2.5 gallons of laundry detergent at the end, then you use 1.5 gallons of hot water. And you're just going to pour that in there, and it kind of suds up, but the suds will go away. And I've done this before, but it had been a while, so I actually had to go online and get the recipe.
I think it's neat. And it smells lemony fresh.
That laundry soap really does smell good.
I think it's neat. I've never done this or anything like it. So
it's a really good way to save money because you buy the bar of soap is like, I think it was like 55 cents for the small bar, and it's like about $4 for the borax, the 20 ml borax.
This stuff, display.
And this will make, I mean, out of this, you only use a cup in each 5 gallons. So I'm going to use
4 pounds.
So, I mean, this is going to, I think that they say that box this size will make like, I think like 50 gallons. I mean, it's just some insane amount. So, you really come out a whole lot better. And if you buy soap at the grocery store, buy laundry soap at the grocery store, then you know that it is extremely expensive. I think that I buy the cheapest stuff I can find, and it's like $12 for a little box.
It's got a Spanish name on it, and it's...
Yeah, it's like $12 for a box of powder, and it's not that great. So it's not like I'm buying Tide or anything. It's like $20. But anyways, we're going to stir this up really good now with just a metal spoon, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I've added the 1.5 gallons of water, hot water, out of the tap, and then I'll just take a plastic spoon, or if you have an old metal spoon or something that you can use just for this purpose.
Or a paint stick.
A paint stirrer, yeah, that works great. Just stir it up, and you'll see that it looks like there's a lot of suds on the top, but that'll all go away. But if you look down in there, it's the yellowish color that the soap was, and it'll keep a creamy color, but once we add the borax, it lightens up a lot. And we're going to add another 1 gallon of water tomorrow. But this, just like this, just with the soap in it, needs to set at least overnight. So I think that it says 24 hours, but the next morning I usually go ahead and put the borax in. So we will let you watch in the morning when we put the borax in. Alright, so we've let this set for 24 hours, and it's, you want to get over here and kind of show, it gets really, really thick. like kind of slimy. No, I guess not really big, but slimy.
It smells really good.
It does smell good. And there's a dead bug in it. I just stirred him. Oh,
That's all right.
He'll be clean. But you stir it up really good. And I'm going to go ahead and hold this. I'm going to go ahead and turn the hot water on because we're going to add to this. And remember, this is only because usually we'd add 2 gallons of hot water. But since we are making a half portion here because I only had 1 stick of soap, 1 bar of soap, then we're going to add 1 hot gallon. 1 gallon of hot water. I'm going to try to catch this little bug. There he is. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bug. Okay, so I stirred up really good because it's thick and it'll be like it'll be really thick at the bottom, sitting on the bottom. So I'm just going to stir it up. And the recipe calls for a cup of borax for the full recipe, and I thought, well, I'll just put a half a cup. But I'm actually going to put 3/4, this is a 1/4 cup, and I'm going to put 3/4 of a cup in here because I like borax. It does a really good job, and if it's a little bit strong, it's not going to hurt anything. So there's 1.
They're plenty for 1.
2.
Bubbles. And we're filling up our little gallon jug.
Yeah, we're filling up the gallon with hot water out of the tap. So here's my gallon, and just as I pour it in, I'm going to start stirring. And you have to stir this for 2 or 3 minutes. You have to stir this for 2 or 3 minutes to make sure that the borax is disintegrated out of it. Alright, so I've been stirring for 2 or 3 minutes, and now I'm going to let it sit for the rest of the day to thicken up real good. And I just use a gallon milk jug and get just any kind of a cup with a handle on it to kind of funnel it in here. And I'll leave a little bit at the top because just about maybe to there when I fill it up, because you're going to need to give it a shake every time that you use it. And you use 1 cup of liquid detergent in your wash, and then use your fabric softener if you use fabric softener, and it's ready to go. And it does a really good job. So definitely give us a thumbs up and comment, and if you have any different recipes, let us know about it. And
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. And we'll do some tips like this, and we'll be asking questions and letting you guys do some tips and video responses and stuff too. So subscribe. Thanks. See you later.